Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our geography chapter number 7, manufacturing industries, first part. We get so many products from primary activities, and those all things which we get from primary activities are not utilized without processing. So they have to be converted into usable product, and the process by which these raw material, or we can say the things we get from primary activity, is converted into finished goods. Whatever process is needed to converting these raw material into finished good is called manufacturing. The processing of raw material into finished products such as cotton into cloth, sugarcane into sugar, wood pulp into paper, mineral oil into petrochemicals, this is called manufacturing. This manufacturing is done with the help of machines and suitable technology. We all know about Industrial Revolution, which started in Europe in 18th century. From there, it spread all over the world. This revolution established a new relationship between human beings, machines, and natural resources. What is industry? Any economic activity which is associated with the production of goods is called an industry. In this, the extraction of mineral, production of goods, or provision of services, these all are included in industry. We are having varieties of industries, and we will be further studying about the classification of industries. Classification of industry. How we have classified the industries? It depends on several factors, like availability of raw material, sources of power, water supply, availability of skilled labor, capital investment, market for manufactured good and transport facilities, and also on ownership. So the classification is done into several groups. Let us talk about the first classification of the industry, and it is on the basis of raw material. On the basis of raw material, industries are classified into 5 types. First, agro-based industry. Industries which get raw material from agriculture is included in agro-based industry. For example, cotton textile, jute textile, silk textile, vegetable oil, sugar, food processing. Okay. Second type, mineral-based industry. Mineral-based industry which obtain raw material from minerals, and minerals are obtained from rocks. Iron and steel, aluminium, cement, these are mineral-based industries. Come to the next type, pastoral-based industry. This industry obtain raw material from animals like sheep, goat, and cows. They use hide, skin, bones, horns, flesh, and milk. Woolen textile is also, and leather goods and dairy products are also pastoral-based industries. Marine-based industry, these get raw material from sea and oceans, like fish oil, diesel, or seafood. These are the marine-based industries. Forest-based industry. These industries obtain raw material from forest, like plant, trees, bushes, grasses, etc. Some example of these industries are paper, cardboard, rayon, lead, resin, and furniture-based industries are forest-based industries. Let's talk about next type of classification, and it is on the basis of size. When we talk about the classification on the basis of size, in that 3 types of classification is done. That is cottage industries, small scale industries, and large scale industries. Cottage industries. These industries utilize local raw material which is available in the local area and use basic tools and equipment. And these industries are mostly found in rural areas. Example of such industries are rope, basket, handloom cloth and leather items, etc. Small scale industries. Small scale industries use power driven machines and raw material is used or obtained from outside and goods are sold through traders. They are generally owned by an individual and employ a small number of laborers. And they produce cloth, paper goods, toys, furniture, machine parts, electrical goods, utensils and leather goods. Let us talk about large scale industry. Large scale industries use heavy power driven machines and lot of capital is required. Thousands of laborers are employed and it has a complex management system also. Now, iron and steel mills, textile mills, transport equipment and petrochemicals are large scale industries. Another type of classification is on the basis of ownership. When we talk about the classification of industries on the basis of ownership, it is of 5 types. First, private sector industry. In this, industries are owned and managed by individual or group of individuals. Example, Reliance Industries Limited, Tata Steel and Hindustan Motors. These all are private sector industries. Public sector industry. Public sector, always I tell you that it relates to the government. So public sector industries are owned and managed by the central or the state government. Example, Bhilai Steel Plant, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, etc. Joint sector industries. These industries are owned and managed by jointly by private firms and government agencies. Example, Gujarat Alkalis and Chemical Limited, Punjab National Bank and Oil India Limited. Cooperative sector industries. Cooperative sector industries are owned and managed by a group of people. Example, Amul. Multinational corporation. These industries are set up in collaboration with the foreign investors. Such industries are owned and managed by members of 2 or more countries. Example, Maruti Suzuki India Limited and the Coca-Cola Company. Factors affecting the location of industries. We all know that industries are located only at such places where raw material are easily available and goods can be easily sold at lowest possible cost. Many geographical, historical, economic, human and political factors influence the choice of the location of any industry. Let us talk about some points. 1. Large area of level land. 2. Regular and assured supply of raw material. 3. Cheap and adequate power supply. 4. Adequate supply of skilled laborers at reasonable wages. 5. An efficient network of transport. 6. Nearness to the market for quick sale. 7. Some industries like paper need large quantity of water. So such type of industries has to be set up where water is available. 8. Availability of capital from banks and the government. And lastly, 9 is government policies. These all are the factors which affect the location of any industry. Industrial system. We all know that for functioning of anything a system is required. So industries also function according to a system, or it also depends on a system which is known as industrial system. And this system consists of input, process and output. When we talk about input, it includes raw material, source of power, labor, cost of land, machinery, transport and other infrastructure. Let us talk about the processing. Bit of processes include a variety of activities which convert raw material into finished product. Third, output. The final finished product is output of any industry. That's all in the first part of this chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.